Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Thanks so much for joining me today. I am working again in my Disney World 50th Anniversary Magic Kingdom junk journal. I have got a little bit of time this morning before I have to run out, so I thought I would see how much I can get done here. And then if I need to leave and come back, I will continue working on this because I really am on a mission to get this journal completed quickly. So what I am working on this morning is some photos that I've got of the Fab 50 statues. So if you aren't familiar with the Disney World 50th anniversary, throughout the 4 parks, Disney had these gold statues. And there were 50 characters, not meaning 50 statues, but there were 50 characters in these statues. So some of them have 2. So like this one has Lumiere and Cogsworth. That counted as 2, but it was 1 statue. So it was kind of a scavenger hunt through the 4 parks to find all of the statues. So we really had a good time with that. We had a list on my phone and we would go through and we would mark it as soon as we found a statue. So we made sure that we had them all. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. So what I've done is, first of all, if you saw the video where I created the signatures in this book, I had used a piece of, let's see if I can find it. I'd used a piece of a brochure right here, and I wanted the front cover, but I didn't really want all of the back because it was just advertising and I didn't want to keep that. So when I created my signature, I cut some of the advertising off and just made a flap here. My original intention was to add a piece of paper to the front, add a piece of paper to the back so that it would be another page that I could add in here. As I'm going through this and working my way through this, I don't need another page. So what I'm going to do is just glue this down. What I've done, I guess I should say, I've glued this down. So I'm not going to use that, but I am going to cover this whole thing up. So I've pulled out a piece of paper just for the sake of time, and I decided to use this red. I haven't really used red throughout this book yet, and I like the way that this just pops. It's a great pop of red. So this is going to be my title page. I'm going to set my book aside right now because I love to work when I'm using an extra piece of paper like this. I love to work outside of my book. So that's what I'm going to do right now, and I'm going to see how quickly I can get this done because the next process is going to take a little bit of time. So if you watched my last video, I just did the same trick. I added the gesso down here because that's where my title is going to go, and I've let that dry. It's dried completely, and that's what I'm going to work on right now. All right, so let's set this aside. And I've also grabbed this photo. So this was the Mickey Mouse golden statue, and I wanted to make him be the focal point of the title page. So the rest of my photos are all printed at a 2x2 size. So you can see this 4x6 photo, or this 4x6 paper right here has 6 photos on it. So we'll figure out what to do with that because I'm not quite sure at the moment how many work that. But I do know that I have this 4x6. He's going to be my title. I've gone ahead and matted him on some black paper. It might be kind of hard to tell, but he does have a thin little mat behind him just to help him stand out a little bit from the red. So I'm going to put him down here, but what I'm going to do first is pull in my title. So I played with my title a little bit. I had to pull out my fonts or my alphabet stickers and see which fonts I wanted to work or I wanted to use and what would work. So what I've done is pulled out a piece of packaging. This was some plastic packaging that some stickers had come in, and I keep this in my sticker stash or my alphabet stash because it's great to use when you want to figure out your placement of a title without actually sticking it down. So I've attached it to this clear plastic, and now I can move it around and I can see how this is best going to work. I can make sure that my font is going to fit, that I've got enough space on either side, that everything I want to use is going to fit. So that's what I've done here. Another great trick is wax paper. Wax paper works really well for this as well. Just you want something that's see-through and something that is going to easily, I say easily, now my stickers are stuck. I should have used wax paper, but you just want something that you can easily see through, that you can just, eyeball and make sure that your title's going to fit and that's going to work. Okay, we'll figure this out. Okay, so I'm going to put Mickey down first. So let's stick him here. We may have to glue some of these. So I don't know if you can tell, but these are a cardboard. These are just regular letter stickers, and these are cardboard. So I think the cardboard may come off on my plastic, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. Okay. So we've got Mickey here, and that looks, he's pretty even there. Is he? No. Yeah, I guess he is. Okay. All right, so now I'm going to grab my tweezers here. Let me figure out. Now I know I want this to come down a little bit and the 50 is going to come up. I know I've got room right there to place the 50. And I used a different alphabet sticker totally because I really wanted that 50 to pop. All right, so let's take this off. And we want it to go like right there. This is not totally stuck. There we go. Okay. And in all fairness, these stickers have been on here for like a week. I played with this a week ago to try to figure out how I wanted this to go, and so they've been stuck down here for like a week. So normally I wouldn't leave them stuck that long, but okay, so let's see. So my 50 is going to go here, and then I can bring my statues. It's going to go right there. All right, so we're just moving these letters off of here. All right, so the fab and the statues are down. Now let's see what kind of damage we have going on here. And if I peel it off slowly, we are pretty good. Okay, so I'm just going to add a little bit of my AdTech adhesive on the back here just to make sure that those stick. And I like to do that with the thicker fonts anyway because sometimes they just don't have great sticking power. So we're going to make sure that okay, that's a good spot. So there's my 5. And then we'll just peel slowly off the 0. Okay. All right, so there's my Fab 50 statues. There's my title page. That looks really cute, super easy. So now all I need to do is just stick this down in my book and we'll be good. All right, so that page is done. Now over here I have a small debating what to do. So I've got all of these photos. So here's my idea. Let me share with you what I'm thinking. So I've got this is a Joffrey's coffee bag. So this is when you are in I believe it was the deluxe rooms at Disney had the large coffee pods in their rooms. So this is what the bag looked like originally. So I opened this up, we took the coffee out, we brewed it, and I kept this because I knew I wanted to use it. So I've got this one, but I've also got this one that I've trimmed down. So what I've done in the past, I have another Disney journal where I've used these, and I cut off the top and I used it as a place to hide journaling. So this one I thought I would use a little bit differently. So what I've gone and done is to cut off the top, I've cut off the side, and I've cut off the bottom. So now I have this that opens like this. And I can't decide whether I want to glue this down. I may not use this, so I was going to glue this down and then just attach this on top of it so that it opened this way. Or do I need to use this because I've got so many of these statue photos. I'm going to move this over here and I'm going to attach it with my binder clip just to keep it out of the way. I'm going to work on this and see how many photos we actually have left, because I kind of have an idea for this. So this bag is very thin, and I don't love the silver lining in here. So what I'm going to do is grab some paper, and I'm going to just attach it to the inside so I have somewhere to put my photos. Okay, so I found a piece of paper. I just went ahead and stuck it down on here, trimmed it up, and that's where we're at right now. So this has been folded, so you can see I've got like this cute little folder here made out of a little coffee pod bag. So super cute. All right, so I'm just gonna ink my edges here. All right, so those are inked, and I like the way that looks. I love bringing my ink into my pages. I think I've mentioned that before. I just love that look. Okay, so now what I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take some of these and I'm gonna cut them out. All right, so they are all done and stuck down, and I really like how cute that turned out. I was able to use 3, 6, 18 of those photos on here. So I think that turned out really cute. There are some that are, you know, they're not totally even. Some of the sizes are a little bit different, but I'm okay with that. I think it's just really cute, and a really cute way to show all of those character statues. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and attach this in here. Now, one thing I'm noticing is that this is a little bit bigger than the paper I have here, and I think I'm okay with that. I think I can make it work. So let me make sure that this is creased. Okay, what I can do is I can attach it, but then I can trim off this, and I'm okay with it hanging out a little bit on the back side, because what I think I can do is I can create a strip to go along this side and hide that a little bit. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, I've just got some PVA glue here, and I'm gonna put that on the back. Okay, so it's a little while later. I'm back. I had to leave to go to a hair appointment, but what I have done is just trim down those extra pieces of paper that were on the edge, and I added this tab. So that's where I'm at right now. So I'm happy with how this is turning out. Like, I think that's really cute. I love all of the photos inside. And then I've got this back piece here that I can use. Now you can see it's pretty wrinkled from the PVA glue, but I can make that work. I can cover it up and it will be just fine. Okay, so now I think I'm going to work on these smaller ones. Now that I kind of know what I've got left after I used those. So I think what I want to do, I found this tag. Now I pulled this tag out a while ago to use it on something else, and I didn't end up using it. I just kind of put it aside. And I'm thinking maybe I want to use it on this. I want to do a little bit of journaling about how much we really enjoyed like hunting for these statues. As I mentioned earlier, they were hidden all throughout the 4 parks. The majority of them were in the Magic Kingdom, but they were all throughout the parks, and it was really kind of fun just to go through and be like, oh, there's another one. And if you have a Magic Band Plus, you would just wave your Magic Band at them and they would interact a little bit. So it was really kind of cool. So I wanted to do a little bit of documenting about that. So I'm thinking I want to put that here, and then that way I can punch a hole here and put some ribbons or something like that, so I have more things hanging out of the side of my book. Now if you look at the top, I've got all kinds of ribbons up here. I want stuff on the side as well. So that's kind of where I'm leaning to. And I think what I'm going to do, I grabbed a glassine bag, and I'm thinking I'm just going to use that as a place to hide my tag. I'm trying to figure out what I want to do on this. So I think what I need to do is just do it and figure it out. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. So I'm just going to attach this glassine bag. Whoops. Okay, we'll put this here in the middle. All right, we've got that there. That's a perfect place for my tag. And we'll work on that in just a second. I've got these little wishables tags. I'm thinking I might want to add this here and then maybe add one of these little photos inside of here. I was thinking about just sticking it down and just putting the one here, but I think we're gonna go ahead and do 3. All right, so let me, before I attach this here, let me move this aside, and I'm gonna figure out my 3 photos here. So I think I've got these 3. Okay, so I'll pull my book back over. This is done. That turned out really cute. I like that. Okay, so we're gonna put this on here. All right. So that can go there. And then that's super cute. Look at that. Okay, so I've got this piece that I cut out from another one of the magazines that I had, and it talks about the Fab 50 character collection. So I think I'm going to just take that piece and add it to this tag on the back. Okay, I finished that and I just did a little bit of journaling about, it just says one of our favorite parts of the 50th celebration was looking for Fab 50 statues throughout the 4 parks. We kept a list and marked them off as we went. The hardest one to find was Tinkerbell. Okay, so that's done and ready to go. Let's pop a couple more pictures on here. I think I can fit 2 on here, so let's do these. Okay, that works there. We've used up 2 more photos. We've used a total of 5 photos on this little layout here. So that's gonna go in there. Like I said, I'm gonna find some ribbon to put there so it kind of hangs out the side. And now, actually, now that I'm feeling this, I kind of want something to hold this closed. So I think I'm gonna grab a paper clip. So I found this little, I don't know if you can see her, this little mini head in my stash. I think she's gonna go perfect with this, and I've just hot glued it to a paper clip, that's all. Super easy, but I think it's gonna, let me fix that. This is gonna work well to hold this closed. Okay, I like that. It's gonna add a little bit of bulk, but I'm okay with that. And then I've just found some blue ribbon and I've attached it to this tag. So this page is finished. All right, moving on to the back side. I've got this, one more of these magnet or pin backs that I am going to use on this page. So I think what I'm gonna do is just add a couple photos. These are so conveniently like the perfect size to add to these. So I think I'm just gonna add a couple photos, put a little, I don't wanna do another vellum pocket. I wanna do something a little bit different. So I've got this scrap piece of paper left, and I think I'm just gonna create a band to go across here. Stick that down, and then I can just slide that in and out. So that's kind of my plan. I have some printables, the 50th anniversary printables that I've been using from Kelly Bell Designs. And I think I'm gonna find one of those, probably like a 3x4 to add here, just to take up that space, and then my pin back will go there. So that can go there. Maybe, I think I'm gonna trim just a tiny bit of this off, and then this will help to make it straight as well. And now it's gonna go there, and then I'll put my strip of paper underneath it, and then that will go there. That's gonna work out perfect. Okay, I'm gonna ink this. And I want to put this strip down first. And gosh, it's like the perfect size. It's like it was meant to be. All right, so I know I need to keep some space here. So now, make sure I've got that the right way. Yep, that'll work perfect. And then I will stick this on. Have that cover that right there. Okay, so now we've got this pin back. Let me see. I can put the orange bird on here because I love the orange bird, and we've got Woody and Jessie. So we'll put those two there. Okay, that was super simple. Look at how cute that is. So we just pop that in there. That hangs out right there. I'll put the tag or a ribbon on here so that it can easily be pulled out. You can see both of the statues on there, and that page is done. All right, so the only other thing I think I want to do to this is I want some sort of tab up at the top, just so that it's easy to see that this flips. And I don't want to do a tab because I did that over here. I want to do something different. So I think what I'm going to do is punch. I've got this EK Success. This is like a ticket punch, and I love to use tickets. I love to use them on the side of my pages just for some visual interest when your book is closed. So I think what I'm going to do is punch out. I've got this scrap sitting here. That kind of works. All right, let's see how that looks. I just want the ticket part. Okay, so we've got that. I could use that as a tab there and then put one on the back side. Why not? I like that. Just something different. It's not the same tabs that I've been using throughout. It's just a little bit of a different tab. It's a little bit crooked. See if I can fix that. A little bit of wiggle room here. Okay, let's match those up. Okay. There we go. The other thing I want to do quick before I go on to the next page is this was in the same brochure that I have, and I know it's hard to see, but it says just in front of Cinderella Castle, you'll find Golden Mickey and Minnie Mouse sculptures dedicated to cast members past, present, and future. So I cut this out, and my thought was I was going to just add it right there. And I kind of like that. So I'm just going to add that there so I don't forget to add it. He's going to go right next to the Mickey. So we'll put this on here, and we'll have that right there. Okay, there we go. All right, so we've got this done. We've got this done. This page is done. So now I've just got one more page left to do, and this one's going to be super simple as well. I've got this, if you remember when we added this coffee holder to this page, there was a strip here, and I think what I'm going to do is add some washi. Now I've got some gold washi tape somewhere around here. Oh, here it is. Okay, so I've got this gold glittery washi tape that I've had forever. I don't even know if it's sticky on the back anymore, but I'm going to use that to cover the edge of this. So let me do that real quick. So, all right, so that's good. Now I think I'm just going to do kind of the same thing I did in here and just do a collage with these photos. So these are all that I have left. So I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 left. And I've got this that I may want to use on here. I'm coming to the end of my 50th anniversary photos, so I'm trying to use up as much 50th anniversary stuff as possible. So I think what I'm going to do now is just figure out how to put these down on here. I may have to trim them a little bit, but yeah, that's where we're going to go. Okay, so they're done. They're all stuck down. They're not perfect, and I'm okay with that. So sometimes when you cut apart a 4x6 photo into 2x2s, you're not going to be totally even all the time, and I'm okay with that. At least they're down, they're documented. The layout matches what I've done inside of here, so I'm good with that. So that should finish up my Fab 50 statue layout. So we started with this title page, we moved on and worked on this. This was a piece of junk. Again, we're putting junk in the junk journal. This would have otherwise been thrown away. This was just the packaging for some coffee that was in our room. So we did that, moved on over here, did this tag, used up the Wishables tag, which again would have just probably been thrown away, added this cute little dimensional Minnie Mouse clip, added a tab to that, used up some packaging again right there. So I'm going to add some ribbon to that and call that good. And then we finished up with adding the last little photos of these statues. So I'm happy with how that looks. I think it's really cute. And as I mentioned, I'm almost done with my 50th anniversary stuff. So we'll be moving on to the Magic Kingdom portion of this book. I've got a couple more things that I need to do to finish this part up, and then we'll be good to go. So thank you guys for hanging out with me this long. I know this has kind of been a long video, but we got lots done, and that's what I wanted to do. So if you guys have any comments or questions, please leave them below. Also, let me know what other kind of videos you want to see. If there's anything else that you want to see on this channel, please let me know. I'm more than willing to look at other avenues as well. So leave me a comment, let me know. Please give this video a thumbs up. It really does help my channel. Subscribe also if you like this kind of content. And otherwise, I will see you guys next time for another video. Thank you so much for joining me again, and have a great day. Bye-bye.